on days like this, I really hate that I have on my work shirt, because then I have to vlog with, my little blanket to my house. I carry work, because me I telling y'all, the weather here ain't no joke. But what do? Either I have to make the video in my work shirt, or I just have to wait until I change off into something different. And sometimes the passion that I feel with the word inside, I just don't want to put it off, because I'm not sure if I'm going to have that passion to speak when I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like you just want to move when got a flow when in my flow thing. I'm setting my phone this angle. My neighbor is over there. I don't even want him thinks I'm secretly recording. But anyways, people, I want to talk to a group of people in this video. I'm not sure if you that's watching it, this video is for you, but you'll know at the end whether or not it's for you. If it's not, then you disregard it, move on with your life. But I'm pretty sure I will find a few people today to relate to. I want to share something personal with you from my past to make my point. So back then, and sometimes I still have to catch myself, I would find myself being mentally drained, emotionally drained, because of the things that people should do that they don't do, or the things that they shouldn't do that they do. For example, in the past, I would find myself arguing with people because they are emotionally unavailable to me. Or maybe it's not emotionally, but other ways, right? And the thing is, these are some things that just your common sense. Like, for example, I call you, you see my missed call as your friend. 2-3 days, you just returning my call. You know what I'm saying? Or if I don't call you, you don't call me kind of vibe. Or, you don't text me and ask me how I'm doing. Only time I hear from you is when you want me to do something for you. I've had so many experiences. I could go on and on and on. And I'm pretty sure maybe you're watching this and you can relate to, because there are moments in your life where people act like they want to take your kindness for weakness. They want to take your generosity for, I don't know, again, weakness. They want to walk all over you, do anything they want to do to you, and they would not tolerate the same from you. Matter of fact, based on their actions towards you, you know in your heart that if you were to do the things they do to you, or not do the things they don't do for you, you know that you and them wouldn't be a thing today, right? They wouldn't be a best friend, or they wouldn't be a friend, or they wouldn't be a baby mother, a baby father. I mean, they would, you and them wouldn't have that relation, because the only glue that's really keeping the situation together, it's maybe the effort that you're putting out. Am I making sense to somebody right now? Let me break it down a little sick. I want to know with the simple teachings over here. There's some people, they benefit way more you being in their life than if the tables were to turn. They don't see your worth and what you bring to the table, right? And as a result, they take advantage of that. But here's why I'm making this video for you today, because I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you that is experiencing this disadvantage at the hands of people that, here's what I'll say to you. Not argue with them. Stop argue with them. Do you realize that every time you get in a conflict with them, you confront them on the situation, it only sucks from you mentally, emotional, like it drain your battery. It drain your spiritual battery. Sometimes you spend hours in a prayer and fasting and the word of God to build up your spiritual strength, and then bam. People like this bring you back down to 0%. Don't argue with them. You don't need to argue with people to do right by you. I am your social media therapist that you don't have to pay a fee to come and receive counseling. Listen to me, beloved. You don't have to argue with nobody to do right by you. You don't have to beg them to call you. You don't have to argue with them why they don't call you. You don't have to be in any conflict with them when they only text or reach out to you when they need your helping hand. You don't have to ask them, why don't you take me anywhere? Why don't you invite me to those places that you're going? Why do you always seem to enjoy yourself with other people and not me? What did I do to you so wrong? What have I not done? You don't need to go in all that nitty gritty, because let me tell you something. Every single person on this earth, yeah, them have at least common sense. Nobody watch all them behave like them not have it. Me not talk about the people them with disabled or out of their mind. You know me. I talk about once you're sensible, you have common sense. And there's some things I just believe people don't need to explain to you. People don't need to coach you. People don't need to argue with you to do them. I am saying to you that's experiencing this disadvantage against this disadvantage from people in your life, whether they're family members, friends, whatever they are, that's taking advantage of your presence in their life. Stop arguing with the people them. 3 years now and you still argue. 4 years now, 6 months now and you still argue. Don't you see that these people, they decide in their heart that you don't deserve better? Because let me tell you something, I see a video floating around on social media, and in summary, the girl was talking about her brother, and we're talking about dating aspect now. The girl said her brother was dating a woman for 10 years, and everything that woman begged him to do, he never did. Everything she argued with him, she played with him, he never did. And watch this now. They broke up and he married another woman within 6 months of meeting that woman. And everything the previous woman begged him to do, he was doing now in that relationship. So at the end of the day, if they are not calling you, it's because they don't want to call you. If they are not being there for you emotionally, financially, mentally, spiritually, it's because they don't want to do it. It's not because they don't know how, as some of us like to resort to that. Maybe they don't really, maybe because of the things they've been through. Maybe, they're emotionally suffering with a lot of internal things and they just don't know how to do it or show love or show kindness. So you feel as though it is your responsibility to suffer in their hands. Absolutely not. They are not showing up for you because they don't want to do this. They don't want to. And as long as you sit there and keep believing in your head, that is because they don't know. So you have to be a little more patient with them. I'm here to tell you, you might find yourself the next 10 years sitting down waiting on these same people. So since they are treating you like you are not of importance to them, like their life will be better without you being there, or you being there don't make a difference to their life, is like you're not adding any value. Since they choose not to call you anymore, since they choose not to text you anymore, since you only hear from them when you first shoot the message, since they only take you on, since you only go on date with them when you initiate it, then guess what? It's time for you to stop watering dead plants. Because some of those situations, honey, there it is just dead plants. Dead plants. And I know dead plants can revive, but you have some plant when it dead, it just dead. You gotta know what you're watering. My message to you today is just a simple counsel. Stop warring and fussing with people who have shown you over and over what you mean to them. This is what you mean. You are not important to them. They feel like whether you go or stay, it don't make a difference in their life. They only see you based on maybe the vanity aspect of things, the fact that you're always financially providing or you're always showing up when that's all they see you as and nothing more. Accept what it is, and you decide if this is something you want to continue doing, if this is connections you want to continue keeping, or if it's worth letting that go and move on. You never know. Maybe you'll find people that will be of more of a blessing to you, or be the kind of, my Bible tells me that the stranger shall serve you. And I always tell God's people this: whenever God removes people from your life, he will always replace them with better, if you allow it. Sometimes it's just God allowing those things to happen to shift you into where you truly belong. I'm just saying, bottom line, stop arguing and fussing with the people that man step out of character and send up your blood pressure and lose weight. For what? For what though? For what? Think about it.